Welcome back, Disc Golf World. My name is Kevin Jones, and joining me today is Luke Humphries. We are bringing you guys your 2021 Dynamic Discs Open, sponsored by Dynamic Discs. This is a national tour event in Emporia, Kansas. Do you know the population of Kansas, Luke, on the spot?
Population of Kansas is not big. 1.5 million is my guess.
Wow, I'm in Emporia, Kansas, but that's really good.
Emporia is small, like 40, maybe 50. But like dang near everybody in this town loves disc golf, so it's a great place to be.
Yeah, that's so true. And we have the town filled up right now, probably like 2,000 or more disc golfers in town. You see them all over the place, in the Walmart, in the diners. It's a beautiful thing.
It is. It's fantastic. We're dealing with a little rain. If for some reason you only watch back nines, you didn't watch the front or something, you wouldn't know that it's raining, but it is. This is a downhill par 4 OB left. Guys can open up.
It needs to get right here. Okay, threw something really flippy. That's a great play there from AJ.
Whoa.
What a trusty shot. Like,
totally. Looked like he slipped and chucked that thing left.
It kind of did at first. Uli showing us another almost chip style play here.
This is all you need. Yeah. We were talking about, wouldn't it be cool if we were playing to that short basket? I feel like it would be such a better hole.
It would be a much harder and more separating hole, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This one that we're playing right here there's just not really much danger to be called for.
Whoa.
As Miles throws it close to the danger, but not gonna make it.
I mean, this is probably as bad as he could have thrown that shot, and he's perfectly placed for his approach shot. What does that tell you about the hole?
Right. He would have had to throw it further to find the OB there. Casey gonna find this tree. This tree is a problem.
It flexed out just in front of it.
He likes to throw really overstable stuff, so it kind of tricked me there.
Dude, hanging out with Simon. That's called hanging out with Simon.
Yeah, you might be right.
Miles is great at these hyzer shots. This is bread and butter.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's like 400, a little over 400 feet from there. Paul only 247 from the pin here. Just another chip hyzer.
Yeah.
Just making it look easy, as it should. This is an extremely scoreable par 4 that every pro is going to want to take a 3 on every time.
Yeah, less than 200 feet in, probably, for Casey. And, you know, he might have been trying to give that one a soft bid. Just got a little bit greedy with it, got inside, and he dropped to circle's edge or just outside. AJ got a good reminder not to mess with that tree right before he threw, so he parks it. No problem for Casey. After getting a little loose with that approach shot, makes the putt, and it doesn't matter. This hole, the 15th easiest on the course. Hardest, excuse me, making it the 4th easiest.
Luke, you did a pretty good job at the population guesses on the spot. Yeah. Kansas coming in, I mean, at under 3 million, at 2.9 million. So you're off on that one. But Emporia at 24,000 for Emporia.
Okay.
So
I said 31st.
Yeah.
Well, I airballed the state population, though, because 3 million's like double what I said. But all right, Kansas, growing. That's awesome. I love to hear it. Love to see it.
Now we have hole 11. This is an island hole, so anything short of the OB is going to be OB.
That's right.
But it's a huge island. This is also our $5/$10,000 ace hole. $5,000 ace if you get it with any disc, and $10,000 if you get it with a Dynamic Discs or Trilogy disc.
And you got to think that played into mind with AJ, because he threw that thing high. Like, high enough to go in the basket if it straightened out, you know?
Yeah, a $5,000 or $10,000 ace would be one of the most expensive aces ever hit.
And he's under the Trilogy brand, so he's going to get the 10 grand. And we saw where Uli ended up, but we didn't see how. That is how.
So he slipped off the tee.
Yeah, and he's like left of that tree. He's got that entire tree in his way. Go. Okay. Looked like it was headed for the bridge, but then stabled up and slid about 40 feet away from the basket.
This is a really inviting tee shot. Oh my goodness. Missing the gap there, Miles. He's going to hate that.
Full slide on the tee box. You saw it. Still raining on these guys, and it's taking its toll. This drop zone is not easy. That looked like a slip, too.
He must have totally lost his grip right there. In both shots, it seems like he just doesn't have, like, the right grip on it. I mean, that's what it looks like when I throw a disc with, like, no grip on it.
Yeah. Oh, just a little bit low. That had great pace on it. I was about to be a laser.
Casey having to go for an Anheuser putt there around the tree.
Okay, it stopped, though. It took a weird roll on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Uli, I mean, we skipped over Uli's putt, but that looked insane. He had to bounce it off the ground, just slide it up there. And Miles almost sneaks away with one, but that'll be a double.
Yeah.
Happens quick. A little bit of rain, a little slick grip, a little early release, go to the drop zone. Weird drop zone. Good par from Uli there. 8th hardest hole on the course, averaging 2.79. Straightforward, good hole. And we come to the first par 5 on the course. Kev, walk him through it.
All right, so this could be a 2-shot hole. You want to miss this tree on the right, land somewhere in here, and then zip it up the fairway right here. Rollers are going to play really nicely for this hole, but a lot of people like to keep it in the air and aim for landing zones, because if you do get off the fairway, you start to really lose opportunities at gaining distance and covering ground. AJ kind of turned it over.
Stable up.
Does just enough, it seems like.
Yeah, he'll have a good angle for a roller from there, honestly. He's got the Anheuser to lay it down.
Paul hitting his driver on a hyzer angle, getting it to move over flat, and then back. Really straight shot there. Not a bad landing area for him. Still raining right now. It's been raining for 5 holes.
Oh my gosh, that's so much angle. It fought out mostly, though. That's a stable disc he's throwing.
Yeah, so he's not going to have an eagle look from there most likely unless something crazy happens, but he should be able to manage birdie pretty easily.
There we go. Missed that. Okay, great.
Much better shot from Miles there. Seems to have found his grip now.
Yeah, it looked like he's just slowed down a little bit, which is a great tip for amateurs or beginners playing in the rain. Just slow it down. Everything needs to be slower. Nothing's going to happen as fast.
That's a good point, Luke. That was an important shot there from Casey. Not executed very well. Uli looking good with the roller. The rain is going to slow it down.
Oh my gosh.
Was not going to get fully turned over. It was going to curl out to the left, so not the worst tree in the world. I bet he doesn't have too much left there.
That should be a pretty easy birdie from there.
Nice call there on AJ's roller.
Ooh. Well done from him. Is that circle 1?
No.
Okay, that's the edge of the girls' circle 1 far. So
That
he's probably got
sounds more
100,
like it.
125. It's just a jump putt for him, probably.
Yeah, Miles getting up there for a putt would be pretty incredible from there. Casey finding this tree. This is dangerous. Pick a gap, any gap. He does pretty good, but he contests those trees over there, and I know he's going to have a low ceiling from there most likely.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing easy about this shot now.
Wow, nice little hover. That's a best case scenario, really.
Yeah, his angle right there on that shot was really important. If it's not on a hyzer, it's going to just get Velcroed by the grass.
Yeah, and if it's got too much hyzer, it's skipping, losing momentum, and falling short. The hover was perfect. Paul doesn't mess around with forehand up shots, man.
No, he does not, especially really short chip shots like that. It's got a great touch. AJ just not swinging it out far enough to the right, or I'm sorry, to the left there.
A little loose from him.
That's a par from Casey with a nice putt there. Casey showing us that if you get off the fairway here, it can become troublesome pretty quickly. But if you stay on the fairway, you can find yourself getting a birdie pretty easily.
Totally. We only had one eagle on this hole today. Raven Newsom, shout out. Great job carding the eagle on that one. Sounded like he hit a 60-footer to make it happen. A fairly easy par 5 to birdie, but to get all the way there and two out the opening of that low ceiling, you've got to throw two great shots. And
that's going to bring us to hole 13. This is another par 4 that plays similarly to the other par 4s that we've seen here at Jones Gold. Blast a drive kind of over the road if you want to get aggressive and into the landing area, and then throw a chip shot from about 300 or less in. AJ showing us his sneaky power right here. Oh, and he needs to get around that tree. And that is going to be the main obstacle that we're going to be dealing with today, given our wind conditions, which are non-existent.
do you think your hyzer's got to be over 400 feet to get around that tree?
Yes, easily. 450, you're pretty comfortably going to get around it. But the thing is, everybody's afraid of that road. Not Yuli, though. Just playing an extremely dialed shot right to the middle around the tree.
That'll be a simple approach for him.
Yeah, there. So... sorry, Luke, but what that does is it makes people kind of saw off this shot a little bit and just bringing that tree in play a little bit more.
Yep. Miles executing perfectly.
Yeah, when there's headwind on this hole, which is often, I bet, it's so hard.
It's way harder. That 651 turns into 840.
Right.
And then you're going crush, crush.
It's like exactly that too. It turns into like a 900-foot hole.
That Kansas wind, baby.
Here's AJ from the tree here. He's got probably 350 feet into the hole. Standstill flick. Short, as you probably would expect, but pretty good.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like from the landing zone. 267 into the green. Thank you, Bushnell. Spiked it in there.
Yeah, and if Miles has a hyzer into the green, he's not going to be far. That's the angle he prefers. Executes again. And wow.
Let's go. Beautiful.
Such good speed control with that thing coming in. Yuli's throwing this disc for the 19th time today.
You are right about that, and I wonder why.
Gosh. It sat up. I thought it was going to stay standing for a second.
Not going to find his birdie, AJ, but everybody else pretty much parked for theirs. AJ just finding that the most important tree on the hole that you got to get around. If you get up and down from that tree, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is. That's a par from there, most likely, unless you do something stupid and take a bogey. What?
No, he didn't.
Oh, my gosh. Yuli, always the showman. Look at the trees in this drone flight. This was a couple days prior to the tournament, and it was just blowing. I mean, look at the water right now.
Yeah, it was ripping when they shot this drone flight.
So we're on our second par 5 of the course, and this one probably the more eagleable. Not probably, fully the more eagleable, but tight off the tee, Kev.
Yeah, this is a 2-shot hole.
Wow, we were watching Yuli's shot from the side. We didn't see how close it came to that tree. He kind of like went through the pocket in that tree.
Yeah, he definitely tested. He also tested the OB long. You don't see that very often. He really crunched into that one with some flex.
If you throw it big, there's a ton of room right that you can use. There is a fence that plays out of bounds. That fence right there.
That's it. It catches most discs. You're not going to skip through it or under it, but you can fly over it. The OB on the right comes into play, I'd say, a little more often.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. This is a Casey shot, though, all day.
Yeah, it is.
Nice little hit it flat, get it moving a little right if you want to get frisky. But if not, just let it skip left, and he'll like it from there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Ooh, and this one, the frisky route, just misses that pole. And he's rewarded for getting aggressive. Lands on the downslope, skips forward.
That's a certified bomb.
Mm-hmm. That was 5 bills at least, which gives him 320 into the green or something. Less, maybe.
No, he's gonna. I'm not sure about that.
All right, we'll look at it. But you got to think that was about 5 bills.
Yeah, you'd think so. I mean, I'd say maybe 475. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to see where he's gonna have his upshot from. It seems like they're always real far though. I mean, 400-foot upshots.
Yeah.
So Miles and Casey chipping up the fairway here. Yeah, okay, 367. Nice.
So it was more like a 450 smash, which is still fantastic.
I don't think he's even going full power there off the tee. It's really just placement. And
he outthrows the hole.
That's how it's done. That's textbook stuff there from AJ Carey. Gotta love it.
This is a mantis shot from Paul. He's going flippy fairway driver. Oh my gosh. So technical, Paul Ulibarri.
That was crazy good.
That gap, not going to be chosen by many people. And look at this. Forehand roller angle out of the hand from Casey, and it just flexes out.
Another 10 out of 10 shot right there. Whenever you have to chip up to this landing zone, I feel like it makes the hole much more difficult. When you can hyzer over the water, that makes the hole nice and stress-free for the most part.
Little long from Miles.
AJ for eagle.
Oh.
Just undercommitted there. Still gonna rack a birdie.
Yeah, it's hard to feel bad about tapping birdies, like we always say, but man, when you're that close, you want the eagle. Just like that man right there. That's a way to jumpstart your back nine. All of a sudden, you're at 8 under par.
I can't even believe the way he played his second shot. That is not a way that I ever imagined the hole being eagled.
No.
I mean, almost everybody that eagles this hole is going to be going over the water on their second shot. And
Passion is more than fiery emotion. It feeds the spark to start your day. It fuels your obsessions. It inspires your dreams. Passion challenges your fears, and it repeatedly bathes you in sweat until you are transformed into a new, better you. Disc golf isn't just your passion. It's ours too.
Do you want me to throw this in the trunk for you?
Oh, I keep my Ranger bag up front. I use the extra storage up top for my tacos.
And we are back. We are now on hole 15, averaging at 3.97. This is a 625-foot par 4. Really, the first shot, you're not really needing much more distance than about 350 feet. And then the second shot, maybe a similar looking shot, depending on how much you covered on the first shot.
Yeah. A little low ceiling entry into this fairway. This looks great. That's all you need.
Yes.
Forehand plays preferred, I'd say. You
Forehand.
go backhand roller as well.
Yes, backhand roller is a slightly more aggressive play, but the further up the fairway you go, the more narrow it is. Yuli just honestly showing you exactly what you want.
I don't mind this play either, really. He didn't even try to get that thing right through a mid-range straight. Plays perfectly. It's a 625-foot hole, you know.
This is a hole that Casey is feasting on, I imagine. Just got to keep in mind that ceiling.
Smack that thing over.
Such an overstable disc there.
Got a little downwind. Oh. Come on, baby. Stay high.
Oh, my
Stay high.
goodness.
Whoa. You're going to smash on it.
Oh, my. That situation there.
Random spectator just pointed at the spot where he went out of bounds.
Mistake there from AJ.
But not out of the par.
I mean.
Oh, my gosh. That's just got to not get screwed. Come on.
There you go.
Okay.
Getting a par from there would be miraculous.
Would it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. I think it's like a 450-foot flick. So, like you said, it's doable, but
Okay. All right.
it's pretty miraculous.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that far. Little backdoor route. Trying to go just in front of those trees or maybe just under them. Hard to tell how skinny that one got, but works over for him on this one. Oh, man. That's good as well.
Yeah, no danger in sight either there from Paul. Just two very basic shots. Casey trying to do the exact same thing. Looks great.
Oh, yeah. AJ just trying to pitch up and take that 5. Well done from him. Solid from Paul. Getting to 9 under.
I really think it shows true confidence when you can just set your disc in the basket from 25 feet. Not even use the chains. Paul does that really well.
Yeah. Yeah, great speed, great touch. It's a feel thing. Getting a little turned over on that forehand costs AJ. He's probably just like, man, I'll throw that line that Casey threw. And was like, okay, I'm not throwing stable plastic like that.
Yeah, he does. He hyzer flips those flicks, and that one just got a little bit out of control for him. That's going to cost him, that was possibly 2 strokes there.
Yeah.
Hole 16 is our third par 3 on the entire course.
Wild.
And this one is a really difficult par 3. Today, not playing near as difficult. 425 feet, probably plays 475. Getting aggressive, Yuli. Oh,
Stop.
my gosh.
Full-blown ace run.
I love the roller coaster that shot just gave me. That was so much fun because what a great line he put it on. I mean, he missed the basket by 2 feet.
What was
Miles catching that tree.
Oh, my gosh. So much action.
Rolls to the perfect layup zone.
It might have saved him.
1,000%. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked a bit sawed off. That thing was going out of bounds.
All right, Casey getting aggressive. I think this flex shot's, I mean, for some people, it's their preferred
leaking.
shot.
Get out, though.
Does.
Wow. Okay, in years past, that grass has been 2 feet tall. There's no way anything skips out. This is the shortest I've ever seen it. Guys getting away with leaking early there.
I can't see that one in the sky, but the initial line looked really good.
Go.
Oh, it's just short. I'm actually surprised with that.
Just a little high, maybe.
So is that area, that strip in the middle, safe there, Luke?
I think it is, yeah. It's kind of just a crapshoot.
That's a good upshot from Miles.
Here's a birdie bid from Casey. This hole coming in is the 3rd hardest. Playing uphill over 400 feet. Just a tricky one to get, playing 0.2 of a stroke over.
Okay, I think I saw the line there as well, so that strip is not going to be in bounds. I think that's what I remember. But either way, AJ getting up and down there, and
Yeah,
Yuli
good
making
circle 3.
inside the circle.
Man, I wonder if he knows how close that came.
Yeah, I wonder too.
Within 3 feet. He's so good at those full commit shots. One of the best, if not the best in the game. I mean, put yourself in an upper echelon category with just a handful of people that, I don't know, Calvin Heinberg loves those full commit gaps as well. But hole 17, Kev, coming down to the end.
That's right. You're going to have a preferred sidearm play on hole 17. The ground slopes from right to left going down. Yuli showing us that route first. Going inside. Got to be more inside than what he's looking for, but not a bad miss.
No, got away with it.
That's right. There's OB on the left side the whole way. There is a hyzer route as well if you want to get. But yeah.
Ooh.
There it is.
Beat
from
that
Miles.
tree. Okay. Right up to circle's edge.
Yeah, that's great. There's got to be less room for error when you're throwing that hyzer, just with the way the ground slopes and the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
But he does
This
it really
is
well
it
there.
right here.
That's going to flare hard, just like he wants.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
It sets up nice for the force over that we've been seeing from Casey this entire round. Low ceiling.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Nice. Another great backhand there. All right, Yuli from outside the circle. This is not his strength.
That was almost perfect, though. Whenever he makes those, I kind of just wonder how.
I don't know. He seems like he always gives them pretty good runs.
I know. It's like, just like with Greg. When Greg throws one up like 20 feet high and it goes in, it's like, I wonder how.
It's like a basketball shot.
Sick putt from Miles. I don't wonder how. When he does it, I putt a little similarly to him, I suppose, but they look good. Nice putt from him. Putting together a solid round.
That is one of those right side spitters. That's about a 50-50 right there. Good catch.
Yeah, I was up there hanging in the chains, and then I was like, oh, he plays for DD? We good.
Oh, wow.
Nice birdie from Casey. That's the way you want to do it. See Paul getting creative with these things. 2 no looks, and from a knee, giving the camera an eye. He knows that we know that he knows. That was 2 inches low.
All right, it's time to finish off with a bang. Hole 18, the landing zone is the tee box that we just flew over. That's where your first shot's going to want to land. Now we're covering all this out of bounds onto this nice green right here. This one's tough. It's about a 430-foot shot to the perfect landing zone, or at least a 430-foot hyzer. Looks good for Miles. I think that's about the line that you're looking for.
Fantastic. You don't really want to challenge the parking lot. Last thing you want to do is skip into one of those poles and go out way back there.
Yes, you do not want to challenge the parking lot because then it's really tough to cover the ground necessary on the next shot.
Just enough from Casey.
Yeah,
Maybe.
exactly. That one will be tough to see. His run-up might be hindered there.
That blue towel's getting its work in today, man. Okay. Oh, my gosh. So lucky to stay away from that. It looked like it hit it, kept it rolling, and we saw Nate Sexton on our card
Just
up
totally
against
pinched.
it. Just, man, seems a little negligent to forget to move a tee box that's in the landing zone. Great shot from Paul, though.
Yes, it was using that pavement right there. The out of bounds is actually going to be the cable, not the road. So got to clear a little bit more than the road. Casey going big.
Clips,
Unbelievable. That is safe.
but isn't penalized. And this whole, I mean, like I said, second hardest, playing a quarter of a stroke. Excuse me, a third of a stroke. What are fractions?
A third of a stroke.
Yeah. It's playing 0.34 over. Miles just went out of bounds. You can see him in the background there.
So Paul being a little bit more right than you would like. Throwing another mantis shot. He is so good with that mantis, like just trusting it so far out to the left and dragging it back right. AJ, no, this was the mistake that we saw.
Get back.
On a par 4.
Okay.
It does come all the way back, though. It looked to be swinging a little bit wide, which is, it costed him on the par 4 a couple holes back. But not this one. Casey with his bread and butter up
Is that a bid? Ooh.
Probably, because even if it misses, it's just right there, and he's been putting great.
Mm-hmm. Miles. His disc just slipped out of bounds. That was kind of a bid, too. Stable putter from both of them. Yeah, good up from AJ. And to grab one, there you have it. Paul Ulibarri getting to 10 under par. Man, there weren't that many birdies on this hole. We had 28 players carding it, but we also had a 10. We had some 8s, some 7s, a whole mess of 6s. This hole definitely did its damage on some people just trying to finish their rounds, just trying to get in at the number they were at when they started 18.
Yeah, it's like almost like hole 1 on this course, where it's one of those holes where you can go out of bounds and then have to rethrow and possibly do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what causes big numbers, first and last hole of the round.
Yeah, you truly are bookended here at Jones Gold. There you have it. It was an adventure. There was rain, there was stoppages. We went through the whole gambit of emotions there, but great shooting from Paul. Casey White also able to play well. All these guys really getting themselves in at under par rounds. You can't lose this tournament on Wednesday. Excuse me, you can't win it, but you can definitely lose it. So we'll take a look at this leaderboard here. And Eagle Calvin coming in at 14 under par. They played with each other, probably paced each other greatly. And they'll be on lead card with Ben Calloway and Chris Dickerson tomorrow. It's been an honor to be with you. For Kevin Jones, I'm Luke Humphries. We'll see you on the next GK Pro adventure.